Welcome. Here we're going to look at how to complete the Other Owing or Owed tab on the Compassheet model. This is where figures are brought through from the opening balance sheet, if there were any opening balances, and how we input the cash that's received or paid within those and how the balances feed through. So if we look on here, the cells in green, where the brought forward balances are fed through from the opening balance sheet tab. Top half of the tab is classed as other debtors. So other debtors are amounts that are owed to the business. So prepayments are things where we've paid in advance. So for example, it might be rent where you've paid for 3 months in advance for that. So we've prepaid £5,000 in rent. Other debtors are, it might be another loan that we've made to somebody, so they owe us that money. And a director's loan is where the director owes the company money. So we're just going to use an example of an other debtor. So we've made a loan to somebody else, and then in the third month that we made a loan of, you've seen here, £10,000, so that's from the opening balance sheet, and that debtor pays us back £5,000 in month 3. So we see the balance here was £10,000. We get paid back £5,000 in the third month, so the balance owing to us now is £5,000. If they paid us back £2,000, the amount owing to us was £8,000. So they owed us 10, they've paid back 2, the balance is 8. So this figure in this top box is the actual cash amount received or paid. And if it was amount that we'd paid out, we put it as a minus. So if we're giving them a loan of 10, we then lent them another 2,000, so that's another £2,000 out of our account, so that'd be a negative, which shows it as a red. It'd be, they owed us 10, we gave them another 2, they now owe us 12. So the top box is the cash amounts. The second box is the balance, and that balance goes through to the balance sheet in the reports. The top box goes through to the cash flow, and that's the same for years 1, 2 and 3 on the other debtors. Similarly with the director's loan, at the start of it there's no balance. As a business, we pay 5,000, it goes, the director then owes us 5,000, etc. If we go to scroll down, so that's for the debtors for years 1, 2 and 3. Scroll down a bit, other creditors. So this is very similar but in reverse. So this is what we owe other people. So accrued expenses are amounts that we owe other people that we've not received invoices for yet. Other creditors and the director's loan. So similar way, amounts received. So if we receive £2,000, we will owe that person £2,000. So that shows us a negative amount owed, and that's the same for years 1, 2 and 3. So we can put the figures. So the top box here that we put the inputs in, and we can tell where we put the inputs because they've got the blue tabs at the top. That's the cash that's going in and out of the business, and that's where we do the input. The box below for each year is what that cash impact has on the balances owing, and those balances feed through to the balance sheet. So that's the overview of the other owing or owed tab on the model.